as a rule, I tend to be an optimist rather than a pessimist. I think back in my fundamentalist days, I was firmly committed to the idea that people are inherently sinners and evil, and I don't share that view anymore. I think that there is good in people, and that ultimately good can triumph. In our current political situation, I have to admit that I'm pessimistic. I think that the moral values that I support are not supported by people in power now, and that the idea that it is okay to assert power over the weak has become the dominant political ideology, and that it's evident not only in our foreign policies but in our domestic policies. My view is that if people want to adopt those views, that that we as Americans should dominate everyone else, and we as rich Americans should dominate the poor Americans. We who are fortunate should dominate the unfortunate. If we do want to have that ideology, I think that we should admit it's not Christian. A Christian ideology is one that says, I am going to be concerned about the other, and I'm not going to dominate them. I myself am not a believing Christian because I don't believe in God. I'm an agnostic, but I sometimes call myself a Christian agnostic because I believe in following the principles of Jesus, that you should love your neighbor as yourself. And your neighbor isn't simply the guy who lives next door. It's not just the woman in your city. It's not just the person who happens also to be an American. It's anyone in need throughout the world. And if we don't care for those who are in need, in my view, we're no longer Christian. And I'm simply hopeful that the country doesn't go that way. I hope that the deeply rooted American values that we've always cherished don't disappear, that we don't become the Roman Empire, but that we remain, in that moral sense, a Christian nation.